Back at the Kessler Athletic Center with Canisius College coach Reggie Witherspoon. And coach, you get the win here, but I want to go back to that first media timeout of this second half. You were as animated as I think as I've seen you with your team. You know, every coach wants their team to play hard all the time. You can yell and scream all the time, but what about picking your spots? I mean, that particular huddle, let's talk about it, because your team most certainly responded. You held them scoreless for the next 4 minutes and gave them only 11 points over the next 12.
Well, I just thought our energy level was down. I thought our effort level wasn't where we needed it to be. And it seemed like we were waiting for things to turn in our favor instead of going out and sort of forcing it in that direction. And it was just a reminder to our team that we need to go out and earn favor. And I think our effort level went up, and we got a boost from some guys off the bench, and that helped us.
Now, we could talk about a lot of guys in a game like this, but a guy we really haven't had a chance to really get into is Isaiah Reese. The type of season he has had, of course, will be remembered as your first recruit here at Canisius for sure, but here he is as a sophomore, and he's putting together a season for the ages in some regards here for Canisius. Talk about what he brings to your team.
Well, he gives us a presence rebounding, and we've needed help in that area. We were getting out rebounded at halftime. And I think he was able to give us a presence in that area, but he's also a guy that can play the point, and he can play the point with Malik in the game as a point, you know, which is really rare. You know, you talk about combo guards, but sometimes that's just a guy who's not good enough ball handler to play the point, and he's sort of a tweener. But with Reese, he can play the point, and we could give Malik a blow, or he can play off the ball, and certainly play well there. And then defensively, he can guard multiple positions, so that helps us.
There's a lot still to go in this season, and of course there's a game coming up in just over 48 hours as well. At the same time, you look back to perhaps a game at Tennessee State or at Evansville or even at Air Force early in the season. Could you have imagined at that point in the season that right now, as it stands right now, tied for first place in this conference?
Well, you know, I've told everybody today, I haven't really looked at that far ahead. It's just like, okay, the last time we spoke, I didn't even realize who our next opponent was because I just wanted to get through Siena. And I'm reminded that now we play Fairfield next, but it's like every one of these teams, they bring so many concerns to you as you prepare for them. And as I looked at Quinnipiac half the night last night, I said, wow, they really play hard. They're physical, they're aggressive, and they have some shooters. Now it's just on the Fairfield, and we'll start preparing for. I will start preparing for them, you know, immediately, and then maybe at the end we'll look up and let's see where we are. But I really had no idea.
All right, Coach Witherspoon, thanks.
Thanks, Jay.
Coach Reggie Witherspoon with us on the Postgame Show. Back over to you, Richard.
Thank you, Jay. And we're going to take a look at our stats there. And the Bobcats kind of kept consistent. They're shooting 46%. But as Jay alluded to, and the rebounding was a concern early there. But the Griffs did a good job. As you can see, there's 16-7 turnovers. And just much more solid defensively and took the game to Quinnipiac, and that resulted in a W here this afternoon. Good win for the Griffs. And as Reggie was just saying, on his way to getting ready for a little prep work for Fairfield.
Let's take a look at our Canisius College player of the game, and Isaiah Reese will be that player of the game. Really could have gone statistically to a lot of different guys here when it was all said and done, but Isaiah really came on in the second half for the Griffs.
Yeah, and like Reggie was saying, he's got the whole package. You see his assist package going here, and he rebounds so well, and he can guard multiple people. And the way the game's played today, that's just so important. And that's probably right there one of his toughest shots. So very deserving of that award. Nice cut there and nice pass. So he's very active, he's very talented, and he's very committed to being a great player and showing off all his skills there.
All right, so a 5-game, or I should say 3 games in 5 nights. The Griffs got 2 down, 1 to go. They've got to get themselves ready now for a Fairfield team that does very well inside this building that won the last 2 times.
Yeah, and Fairfield can get hot, right?
They are hot.
They can get hot. I mean, shooting-wise too, right? So, and the Griffs haven't seen him yet. So you should have the attention of your players when you're going over the scouting here, because right now it's gravy. A lot of teams don't want to keep playing now. They can't wait for the season to be over. I remember my career at Canisius' first year, we were like, this can't get over soon enough. These guys are just the opposite. They want to keep playing. They want to keep building momentum, you know, and they want to get to that dance, but 1 game at a time.
Well, Canisius gets it today here at the Kessler Athletic Center. So for Richard Walsh, I am Jay Moran saying so long from the Kessler Athletic Center. The final score, the Griffs 71 and Quinnipiac 64. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live on the ESPN app. Or to watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, you can log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.